Good morning, guys. I'm just going to do this video to go over what we're doing here on Thursday with our Spiral Back Unit 2 review, and then into the 3C and 3C Part 2 video. So I'm just going to do this whole video for everything. So I'm going to tell you as you're watching this video when to pause it and go on to the next thing, and et cetera, et cetera. So this is the first thing we're doing, spiraling back from Unit 2. So first question, class period, cool. So this question here, this first question, the slopes of the sides of quadrilateral ABCD are shown in the table below. Which statement describes the relationship between the sides of the quadrilateral? So slopes are going to tell us whether they are parallel or not. Okay. So same slope means parallel. Okay, same slope means parallel. And if it's not the same slope, then it's not parallel. Okay, so we see AB as a slope of 2/5, CD as a slope of 2/5. So we should know something about AB and CD. Okay, BC has a slope of -2/5, and AD has a slope of -5/2. Okay, so -2/5 and -5/2. So we should know something about those two slopes as well. Okay, so again, look at the rule. Same slope is parallel. Okay, not same slope, not parallel. So which one of these four answer choices? Take your time. Remember, A, B, and C, D both have 2/5, so that should kind of help you out, eliminate two of the answer choices. And then think about the relationship between AD and BC. One has -2/5, one has -5/2. Pause the video and try this problem. Okay, next problem, distance formula. So two motorcycles start at the same point. So we'll say the point that they start at is 0, 0. One travels 15 kilometers north, 15. So what that point is really going to be is 0, 15, where that first motorcycle is. The second motorcycle travels 32 kilometers west, so 32 west. So what that point is going to actually be is going to be -32, 0. Which value is closest to the distance between the two motorcycles after they stop? So we're trying to find this distance right here. Okay, that distance right there. Now, what we're going to do is we'll go back into Desmos and do the distance formula. And so we're going to come over here to Desmos. And this is also in the 2D notes. So in case you get a little lost, these things are in the 2D notes. So if we go into the Desmos calculator, we got to type in the distance formula. So distance equals, and if you recall, we're going to have a big square root right here. X2 minus X1 squared plus parentheses Y2 minus Y1 squared. We'll plug that formula in there just like that. Pause the video if you need to, and go into Desmos and make sure you copy that down the way it is. All right, so now if we unpause it, we have an X1 equals, Y1 equals, X2 equals, Y2 equals. All right, so we need to just type in numbers for X1, Y1, X2, Y2 into these slots right here, and then it'll automatically calculate our distance. Going back to our warm-up, the 2 points are 0, 15, and -32, 0. So 0, 15 is going to be 1 point. And then -32, 0 is going to be our last point. So as soon as we type in 0 in that Y2 right there, with X1 being 0, Y1 being 15, X2 being -32, As soon as we type in a 0 right there, you'll have your distance calculated right there. Okay, so you type in 0 at Y2, and then this distance thing will automatically crank out, and it'll be open on your thing, and you'll be able to find it and find the answer. Pause the video if you need to. Okay, coming back here to the 3C notes, I want to talk about this again because we kind of ran out of time yesterday. So we have parallel lines A and B. Angle 1 is 115 degrees, right? And we said that angle 1 is 115, and 3 is 115, and then 5 is 115, and 7 is 115. And then 2, 4, 6, and 8 were all 65, so we subtracted 180 to get that. Now I want to talk about some of these rules on the back of 3C. And talk about some of the rules on the back of 3C, and then we can get on to 3C part 2. All right. Can we say something about alternate exterior angle pairs like 1 and 7 and 2 and 8? Well, 1 and 7 are both 115. 2 and 8 are both 65. Okay? So we can say the alternate exterior pairs are the same. They're equal. They're congruent. They're equal. Okay? They're congruent. And again, this only happens, ladies and gentlemen, when the two lines are parallel. This only happens when the two lines are parallel. Next, can we say something about alternate interior angle pairs like 4 and 6 and 3 and 5? Okay, well, 4 and 6 are both 65, 3 and 5 are both 115. So it's the same thing. Alternate interiors are equal to each other. They're congruent. Again, that's only going to happen when the two lines are parallel. Only when the two lines are parallel will that be the case. Lastly, what about consecutive same side interiors like 4 and 5 and 3 and 6? Well, 4 and 5 are consecutive interiors. They're right here. We can see that they're different. Okay? 3 and 6, we can tell that they're different. Okay? However, they're different for a certain reason. Okay? They're different, but they add up to something. They add up to 180. They're supplementary. Okay? Again, when we have these angle pairs here, either they're the same or supplementary. So if they're different, they're going to add up to 180. Okay? So same side interiors are going to be supplementary. Which means we know we add to 180. Okay? And that's only when the two lines are parallel. Pause the video if you need to. Copy this stuff down. Our last thing we have is just 3C part 2. Okay? 3C part 2. So what we have is A is parallel to B. So these are the two lines that are parallel to each other. And we have two different transversals. So we have this green transversal here, and we have this purple transversal here. Okay? So we can only go along the transversal when we're copying angles from one thing to another. Okay? We can't copy anything from the purple to the green or the green to the purple. We can only go along that transversal. They give us angle 1 is 78 degrees. So angle 1 right there is 78 degrees. So that should help us find 3, 10, and 4, and 5. They give us angle 2 is 47 degrees. I don't have a lot of space here. 47 degrees. So that 47 degree angle should help us get 6, 7, 8, and 9. So 6, 7, 8, and 9 are along the green transversal. And then 3, 4, 5, 10 are going to be along the purple transversal with the 78. Okay, so these are all sort of in one family with the 78. These are all in one family with the 47. Okay, and then here's kind of the same deal, but they tell us, okay, if one angle is this, what's the other angle? Okay, so you may have to draw this figure out multiple times over here and sort of work to see what's what based on the rules that we just talked about. So that's our work for Thursday today. Hope you guys behave yourselves, and we'll be back tomorrow if you have any questions or concerns. Y'all have a good day.